Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Loper here with my partner Josh Johnson. With freaking A, here we go. We done did it.
What's going on, heavy hitters?
Oh,
Heavy hitters in the
nothing.
house.
This is the Heavy Hitter Podcast. We were trying to nail that intro, and we got a little bit off target. But you know what? It doesn't matter because
Street.
we're out here trying it, man. We're out here doing it.
We're out here doing streaming. Steve, what's good today, bro?
The streets are cruel.
The
Oh, nothing.
streets are cruel.
You know, I tried to nail that. Son of a gun. Anyway, guys, what we're going to talk about today, we got Wednesday wisdom. We're both going to give you a little nugget to think about. We don't know what it is yet. We're just going to sort of wait, see what comes to us. We're going to talk about Twitch gifting, how you can make an impact in somebody's life in a different way, and vacation recommendations. Just got back from a trip to Florida. I don't know if that will be his recommendation or not, and I'm going to share one of mine. We both have wives. We both have numerous kids. So it's going to be probably family related, but we will get into that. Josh, how the heck you been, buddy?
Whatever your name is. Dude, I've been good, man. I've been real good. I feel like, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I feel like I'm looking a whole hell of a lot tanner. You know, after those 22 inches of snow, needed just a little bit of a break. But, you know, the best part is nobody even knew I was gone. Still with email, phone calls, talking to some mortgage people when I was gone with some clients that have going on. I didn't let them know I was out of town. And it was still business as usual. Came back at lunchtime, made some calls, because my whole deal is like, nobody needs to know that you're gone. It's still...
Yeah, we can work mobile now, for sure.
We do. And you know what? Yeah. With what I do, what I'm intending to do, it's kind of work all the time, dude. Except I really was intentional about staying off social media just because I really just wanted a break. And it was challenging. But anyways, here I am. It's good to be back, dude.
It's got to be challenging with me hounding you. You know, I'm all over social media and I'm trying to, like, Josh, we got to get podcasts, man. We got to get this thing going. We need more episodes, buddy. Where you at? Where you at? We don't have time to vacation, Josh.
There's no time to vacation.
What are we doing here?
I know. And, you know, my wife goes, she's like, I don't think she really knows what this podcasting deal's about, but she was like, well, why didn't you do a podcast on the beach? And I was like, F&A, why did I not do a podcast on the beach? Dude, it was so bright out there though, dude. UV10 like index.
You'd have had wind all up in your mic and stuff. It would have sounded like you were on the beach.
Yeah. You know? Sand in my crack and in between, you know, the keyboard, and it just would have been junk, dude.
I didn't see too many posts though. That's what those social media posts of you on the beach and stuff like that. That, you know, family pics, stuff like that. That's acceptable. I didn't see any of that though. Just no phone carrying with you.
Yeah, I left my phone in the room for the most part, man. And mostly because whenever I brought it to the beach, there was always sand. There's even sand in the little, you know, the plug-in jack. Like now I got to take it to the Apple store, probably waste 30 minutes to an hour of my time. They got to clean it out. And as you can see here, you podcasters can't see, but on YouTube, flip over to YouTube if you want to see how good the big fella looks, Streaming Steve. and the sand that's like attached to the back of my Apple iPhone. But anyways, yeah.
We're on the topic of vacations. We have Wednesday wisdom, Twitch gifting, and vacation recommendations. I say we just hop into the recommendations, man. You just got back from a good trip to Florida. You stayed at the Guy Harvey Resort, something along those lines.
You got to do Guy Harvey Outpost.
All right,
it's one of the Tradewind properties. It's pretty cool. It's really cool, actually. Have you ever been to St. Pete's Beach?
I have not.
No.
Is that on the Gulf side or the Atlantic?
Gulf side. Yep.
Gulf side.
Yeah. If my geography serves me right, but I believe that's correct.
Yeah.
It's super cool, man. I think the biggest thing that I liked about it and why I would recommend it to you and anybody else that's got a family is because you don't have to frickin' leave the place. They've got, I actually wanted to bring one of my brochures down, but they've got all these activities for the kids. They probably have like 11 different activities between, like, they have a shark that you can ride. So like, you know, kind of like riding the bull. They've got a shark that the kids can ride. They've got a surfboard, inflatable surfboard that the kids can ride. That's kind of like the bull, but you know, you're standing up.
That like one of those wave pool type things which you can surf? Is that what you mean?
No, nope, not one of those. It's more of just kind of like a standing bowl almost, but kind of dubbed down, obviously, so the kid doesn't go flying across the
Yeah.
resort. They have so many activities. They've got like Build-A-Bear, you know those Build-A-Bear stores.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They've got basically that Build-A-Bear or Build a Penguin by the pool. They've got like the kiddie pool. They've got a pirate show
This
on. I
sounds
think
this sounds like it was a vacation for I say the family, but more like taking the kids, letting the kids have a good time. Or
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, for sure. But there's something about, and you would probably agree to this. There's something about seeing your kids have a good time that also makes you have a good time. You know what I mean? I suppose if you're a good parent, right? If you're one of those selfish parents, which hey, I'm not talking shit about you. Um, maybe you're not into that, but there's something like rewarding seeing your kids have a good time that makes you also have a good time and feel
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. It's like I talk about memories a lot, making memories, and
Yeah,
that's why I like you saw that post I did today on Facebook and Instagram. I shared it.
yes,
That little
yeah,
one of
yeah.
my kid sleeping.
That was cool.
I love capturing that stuff, man, because I call it my time. I call YouTube my time capsule, and I make all this content of my family and my kids and these fun, like put music to it and cut it up and edit it a little bit. And I do it to share with people because I think it's cool. But I also am stacking all this footage away. So in like 20 or 30 years, when my kids are grown and I got grandbabies, I'll be able to show them their parents whenever they were young. Like
Right, right. I
and
love that, dude.
yeah, my kids are
The
going to be
time
able to share it
capsule.
with their kids and stuff. It's
Yeah, that's super cool.
yeah,
Eh,
I call it the time capsule is what I call it, man. Just I tell my kids all the time, this is going to be there for you guys, and they might not think it's super cool now, even though they're kind of into it, but they're going to
Right.
love all this stuff.
Well, right. I mean, how cool is that? Like, maybe this podcast doesn't go anywhere, but at least they can tune in and they can see, like, well, hey, Dad was trying this weird shit with this guy from Minnesota that sounded like he was from fucking Fargo in Canada,
Yeah,
but it didn't go nowhere. Partly because he needed to lose the guy from Fargo, but we saw Daddy, and he was saying how much he loves us and all that kind of stuff, and like we heard him recap the day that he made the video that we saw on YouTube, the time capsule, Facebook, Instagram, whether that stuff is there
yeah,
in the future or not. I mean, I just think it's super cool, man.
yeah. And just imagine, like, I made that video today, and I don't know if you watched the whole thing, but at the end of it, I told the kids about. I wrote a little note at the end of it, and I said, like your mom and I are so proud of you guys. We love you so much. We
Yes.
wish nothing but the best for you every day of your life, and
Yeah.
just having a little note. But I published it today, but who's to say I don't walk out of here and get hit by a damn truck tomorrow, and that could be like one of the last things they have of me. And how freak just, that's kind of like legacy type stuff, like
Right.
dad was trying, man,
Right.
so I'm putting in the effort and the work, and it's easy. And I think it'll be appreciated in the long run, not today, but in the long haul, I know it will be appreciated.
For sure, dude. I mean, it's got to be something that, I mean, I can't imagine. It's got to be something that is probably kind of goofy. Like, I mean, because you and I, we got to be out there to be doing this, because otherwise everybody else will be doing it. I mean, there's a lot of people that are doing it. They're doing it well at a successful level because maybe they've been doing it for a while, or they fucking got it like that. But I think it might always be like that. It might be just a little bit out there or weird until the time comes where we're not on this earth anymore, and then all of a sudden it's like Prince's vault that's like opened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, holy shit, like we can reflect on, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's I
What's one of those things? It's not like I forget how the saying goes. Something about, like, you fail 15 times and then you get it. But it's like this is documenting our journey, and the podcast might not make it, but I'm 40, but in 15 years, I'm only going to be 55. And
right.
I might start the next big thing in 10 years from now and be 5 years into a freaking $1 billion company. Like, There's no way. But then they can look back and say, look at this asshole that was on here with this dude from Minnesota. Sound like he was from Fargo and he was trying to make it. And here he is 10 years later, like, ringing the bell at the New York Stock Exchange. There's no telling.
Exactly, dude.
I don't know what my future holds. I'm getting my at-bats.
You're getting your at-bats, dude. Yeah. Taking them, going down swinging.
Well, we were talking about recommendations, vacation recommendations, and we get sidetracked as well.
I know, dude. I know. That's my bad.
Well, sidetracked, that'd be almost a good name for a podcast.
Sidetracked.
Could it be like Sidecast? No. Pod tracked? No.
Pod. Star Tracked? Pod Tracked?
No, like Sidetrack Podcast? I don't know. Dude, anyway.
People could be listening to the anyways, I've got some thoughts on that, but yeah, we got sidetracked. So with that, what were you gonna say? You were gonna come at me with something. Come at me, bro.
I was gonna give you my 2 cents on a family vacation. And this is the old what's the family vacation movie with Chevy Chase?
Yes, it's Family Vacation, isn't it? Other Vegas Vacation.
One of them vacations, but you know what I'm talking about.
Christmas
anyway,
vacation.
2 years ago, we flew in from North Carolina to Colorado, and we checked out some epic places in Colorado. Then we went to Moab, Utah. It was freaking amazing. We rented a car. Me, my wife, 3 kids, flew out, got a rental car, packed it up, stayed 2 nights in Colorado, went to Moab, Utah for 2 nights. And that's like the Arches National Park, like desert life. Like we went from the Rockies, like we went to Pikes Peak on the Cog Railway. So we were way up there freezing cold, way up there at the top of this mountain. Yeah. And then 2 days later, we were in the desert in shorts and swimming and climbing on these, like, they look ancient, but those formations, like those arches and stuff like that, absolutely amazing. Kids loved every second of it, running around, climbing on everything.
Awesome.
From there, went to the Grand Canyon, but the trip from like there to the Grand Canyon, you're going through all these like reservations and just like worlds we had never seen before. We had never traveled out west, and we were driving. We'd be the only car for maybe like 5 miles this way, 5 miles that way. I had no idea, and we were out there just gallivanting.
Did you see like any people? There's like
you'd see tumbleweeds and shit. Like you'd come across this old town, and we just freaking try to get through it as quick as we could. Didn't want to break down. Nowhere.
It literally looked like a ghost town.
Well, no, people were living there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was different. I couldn't tell you where the hell we were or anything. I was following Google Maps and shit like that.
Google Maps are like, phone, don't let me down.
Yeah.
Don't let my phone die.
Went from there to the Grand Canyon, which was absolutely epic. First time ever getting to see the Grand Canyon and standing on the cliffs and taking selfies and looking way down at the whatever freaking river runs through there. What is that? The Colorado River?
Is that what I don't know.
I think so.
Dude, I don't like that shit though. I'm afraid of heights, dude. Like even like going on like a Ferris wheel. Ferris wheel I can do, but like I don't know, some of those roller coasters, dude.
And we went from
you definitely
went from Grand Canyon to what's the freaking bridge? What's the bridge between Arizona and Nevada? The Hoover Dam. So we stopped in the Hoover Dam for a couple hours or an hour or so. Just walked around, saw it. Oh, cool, neat. Went and ended in Las Vegas and stayed at a really nice, upgraded room in Las Vegas, and the kids loved it. We were swimming at the Paris Hotel and the big swimming pools, and the kids all the lights. So we saw the mountains, we saw the deserts, the Grand Canyon, the Hoover Dam, one of the wonders of the world. There are a couple of the wonders of the world with the Grand Canyon, and then ended up with the glitz and glam in Las Vegas, traveling with all the kids. Had one throw up in the car, no flat tires, no running out of gas. It was just epic, and don't be scared to do shit like that. Me and you had talked about taking kids out to dinner, and said, just take them, and whatever the fuck happens.
Whatever happens. Yeah. So what was the deal with one of your kids puking in the car? They just got car sick. They ate too many Pringles or licorice, or what was the deal?
I don't know. We were pulling into a Sonic in Tuba, Arizona.
Okay.
I think it's Tuba. Tuba, Arizona. And
Are you sure it wasn't like something like Winslow, Arizona? You had like 7 women on your mind?
no. Is that a song reference or something like that?
Yeah, dude.
No,
Come on.
it was like Tuba, Arizona, and she threw up on her blanket, which is like her blankie. So the first
Oh
thing we did
no.
the morning we woke up, we had drove through the night to get to the Grand Canyon, and the first thing we did the next morning before I even saw the Grand Canyon was have to go to the damn laundromat to wash her shit.
Oh yeah.
It was absolutely epic. And then so
awesome.
every 2 years now we're going to do a big family trips like that, and we leave June 27th or so. We're going to New England, landing in Boston. The next morning we go to Gloucester and Plymouth, and we work our way up through New Hampshire and Vermont, Maine, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and then we end up in Boston. I don't know how many states we're visiting, but like 5 or 6 or so, all the New England states.
Super cool, dude.
Yeah.
So just road tripping it?
Yeah. We've already got all our hotels booked. We're going to be in, what's that one place called? Not Bar. Is it Bar Harbor? I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
That's not Bar Harbor.
I feel like the East Coast.
Something. I can't even tell you, but we've already got our hotels booked. We've got a couple of Airbnbs to stay at. We've got plans to be at Acadia National Forest. We're going to the White Mountains. We're going to see the Red Sox play the Angels. I mean, we're just throwing the dough out, man. We're spending our money on experiences versus, bunch of shit that's going to lay around and collect dust.
That's right, dude. See, dude, and that's exactly what that quote is all about from last week, is living your life with no regrets. It's not about some fucking car.
Yeah.
It's about.
But the car to me was memories too, like.
I know.
It was memories from my childhood, from a friend's dad who made a huge impact on my life, and I was thinking like I could provide those same type of memories, Yeah. He was a great dad, I looked up to that dude, so why not emulate him?
Yeah, that's a good point, dude.
It's
a good point.
And it wasn't like life-changing money. It was $3,500.
Yeah, right.
Anyhow, that's family trips. You got St. Pete's Beach. I've got wherever the heck you want to go, just freaking go and road trip it and just go for it.
So how long were you guys gone for then when you did that Moab trip?
10 days. And we're going to do the next 10 days.
I mean, that's booking it then from North Carolina.
Oh, dude, it's planned. It's a planned route, planned trip.
Yeah.
You've kind of met my wife. She don't play, dude. It's planned.
Yeah.
We go to Disney World. It's planned.
Drill sergeant. She's like, you will be in line at the, what is it? The Tin Cup. It's a Small World at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
We will eat 1 hot dog and 5 French fries.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Today she was booking our train ride up the White Mountains in New Hampshire, and we are going to be there on July 2nd at 3:30. So if you're looking for me, July 2nd, 3:30 p.m., I will be on the COG train headed up the White Mountains in New Hampshire. I've already got my tickets.
July 2nd at 3:30?
Yep.
Do you think you could do like a little Gary V like pop-up, or like, I don't know, just maybe meet your one fan from Twitter or Twitch, the guy that you made it today?
Absolutely. I'll be there at 3 if anybody wants to show up.
Love it, dude. Signing autographs.
Get to meet the fan.
Meet the Streaming Steve, baby.
Yeah. Tell me someplace good and local to eat at or something like that,
That's right, dude. You'll be all over social.
All right, man. We got Wednesday Wisdom,
Wednesday Wisdom. Let's roll, bro. I want to hear what your Wednesday Wisdom is. Or do you want to like let it just like bottle up just a little bit?
Nah, it's pretty simple. It was I've been talking about it a lot. Like,
let it rip. Let it rip. Don't hold anything back.
I've been talking about it a lot. It's about the feeling right here in my chest. Like, what makes me feel good? Do more of that. And I get little snippets of it here and there, but I've been telling this story lately about coaching my kids' soccer team. I don't know if we've talked about this or not. but coaching my soccer team, it's under 8. I've got 14 players on my team. I'm the only coach. And I get to break up scuffles between 8-year-olds. I get to tell him if he cusses, if it's boy cuss, if I hear you say another cuss word, your butt sitting on the sideline. Or we don't talk like that out here. I don't care what you do at home, but when you're on the field with me, I don't want to hear that mess. All right. Your teammates don't want to hear that mess. And I get to get on them. I get to make an impact. I get to be an influence in their lives. I don't know what their home life is, but I go out there and try my damnedest to be a positive influence on them. I teach them about winning. I teach them about sportsmanship. I really feel like I have an impact, and I do not get paid for it. I tell people I get paid in my heart. Because whenever I leave and walk away and my kids are happy and all the parents are happy and everybody comes back to my team next year, I mean, it fulfills me. And I don't get paid anything for it, but man, I wish I did. And I compare it to the 4-page ad. I've told you this.
Yeah.
I compare it to that 4-page ad where I say that was the best day of my career. Like, I've been working professionally for 15 years, and I say this 4-page ad I sold this one random day was my best day ever at work. And then I really break it down and compare it to coaching like soccer or making an impact on somebody's life. I made a lot of money that day, and it felt good. It was a high that I was riding, and that's what felt so good about it. But big picture, what difference did it make? Like, now it's a piece of ink on a wall. It's a memory, but it didn't change nobody's life. It didn't have any impact on anybody. Like, maybe it made somebody say, "Ooh, I want to go buy a car." Like, I want to make an impact. That drives me. It makes me feel good, man. And that's what gets me excited. And I don't know. I hit the applause button. It's just what it is. I don't know. I don't know if it's a phase I'm going through or what, but I get excited thinking about it, man. And I want to figure out ways to do more of it.
You're Soccer Steve, baby. That's
Soccer Steve, Streaming Steve.
Streaming Steve. Depends on the day, Steve.
Yeah,
Everyday Steve. Intentional Steve. That's awesome, dude. I mean, it's huge. Like you said, like you have these you have these wins in your career and your day job, but I mean, you're right. Like 30 years from now,
nobody's going to remember that.
Nobody's going to remember that. You're not going to wish that you sold more advertising. You're not going to wish that you worked more, but shit. And
those kids will remember that coach they had for those 6 years, before they turn into teenagers.
They will.
I guarantee it. I still remember all my coaches, the good ones anyhow.
Yeah, they will for sure, dude. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if you had to sum it up in like 7 words, 15 words, one sentence, what is your Wednesday wisdom?
Follow your gut and do what makes you feel good. Period. Like,
even if it doesn't make you any money.
Even if it doesn't make you any money, man, if I feel good, man, it lifts my spirits. It makes it not only makes me happy, but whenever I'm happy, the rest of my life is happy. Like, my wife is in a better mood if I'm in a good mood. My kids are in a better mood if dad's in a good mood. Like, it's contagious. It rubs off on everybody. So the more
infectious.
Yeah. The more you smile, the more people are going to smile back at you. It's just like, do things that make you feel good, man. And your life is just going to be better,
Yeah. Right on.
And it ain't all about the money, man. Money, like, you hear it all the time. You got friends that make $37,000 that are happy as hell. And you got friends that are trust fund babies that are miserable and lonely. Like, right. I don't know. It's a battle that everybody gets to decide on what they're going to do. But as a young kid, you're taught, like, chase the money, chase the money, chase the money. It's really, if you could go back and do it all over again, figure out what makes you happy, do that. And, just do that and you'll be good.
Right.
It'll turn into money some way.
Well, and like we we've maybe slightly mentioned before, it's like once you kind of get a taste of that money, things, I guess, depending on the story you tell yourself, things can become kind of hard or interesting because you start making, if you're a teacher making 32, 35 grand a year, and you get used to that, it gets hard making, to go back to making maybe $10,000, $15,000 a year, something you really love, or maybe starting a silly podcast like us, and we're not getting any money right now, but or you start making 50,000, 100,000, 150, whatever it is, it gets kind of hard to take those vacations to Moab or to St. Pete's,
Yeah,
to travel the world. But I think it's, what does your day to day look like, bro?
yeah. It's I think about a lot being a teacher, and then I could coach, and it's a lot less money, but it's some really cool hours. It's got impact. You get to influence. You get to be positive role model. You get to feel like you can make a change. Like, you get the spring break, you get to Christmas break, you get to summer break, and that's not like, oh, I'm lazy, I want summer break, but it's time for me to do what I want to do that makes me happy. Whether it's fishing, it's enjoying that time with the kids, or I can pick up a part-time job if I need to make some extra scratch because I'm not, killing it being a teacher, but I could work at a boat shop. I could work, whatever the heck I wanted to do, I could do.
Right, right. Dude, and that would be kind of cool. Like if you were teaching in the same district as your kids, to have the whole summer off with them.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they're going to want to like spend time with their friends and stuff like that. But I mean, you can't tell me there wouldn't be some quality time being spent.
Oh yeah,
when dad's off in the summer too. Go
yeah,
fishing on a Thursday or Friday with them.
yeah. Go camping and stuff. And, mom might still be working full-time job, but I borrow my buddy's camper. We take off to one of the local lakes, be gone for 3 nights. Like,
It'd be super cool, dude.
yeah.
Dude,
and too, if you made a change like that, like it big change in your lifestyle, but so you do it for 5 years.
Right. Try it for a year.
Yeah, you always go back and do what the heck you were doing.
Try it for I don't know, maybe you have to do it longer than a year, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Try it for 2 years, try it for 3.
Yeah.
4 or 5, whatever.
Yeah. 5 and 45. I still have a ton. Nobody can take the experience I have from me. Nobody can take the motivation I have from me. And I've never had a problem getting jobs and stuff like that. I can nail interviews, can do all that type of stuff. So,
right. Well, and maybe that experience makes you better at what your next gig would be anyway. Maybe you find a new way to connect and communicate with people and sell more, or maybe you happen to be coaching more, so you meet more parents, and all of a sudden you meet a heavy hitter that is at some business in North Carolina, is like, hey, we want to bring this guy on as our VP of whatever, or our on the board of directors. Or
one of the girls I was talking to the other day, she's a teacher, and she had mentioned becoming a teacher after your professional career. So I'm 15, 16 years into being a professional, like working and selling and banking background and advertising background, and just growing up a professional, or after, my college years being a professional and then getting into teaching, versus a kid that went from high school to college to teaching, and that's all they've ever done. Like, I have a lot more like different type of experience than those
perspective.
Those teachers that have just taught for the past 20 freaking years. Like, that's all they know.
Right. For sure.
I'm out there on the streets hustling, keeping up, especially with advertising. That's definitely keeping up with current trends and stuff like that. So
yeah, for sure. Dude, I heard Las Vegas is like in big need of teachers. Maybe you guys could move out to Las Vegas and you could play poker and stuff on the side and make some extra. I know, dude.
No, I'm living the dream here, man.
You are living the dream in North Carolina, dude. Yeah. Living that Eric Church and J. Cole and
J. Cole's throwing a big concert here in Raleigh.
Is he really?
Yeah, yeah, I forget the name of it, but they were announcing it today, and he's from Fayetteville. And there was a post by the Fayetteville newspaper on Facebook today. I was reading it and reading the comments about why he's not going to host it in Fayetteville. And everybody's like, Fayetteville's the ghetto. Like, Fayetteville can't handle that many people. Good for J. Cole. He's going where the money's at. Y'all get off your ass and come to Raleigh if you want to see him. Like, it's people in Fayetteville are kind of upset, but it seems like most get it.
Yeah.
It's like some type of give back tour or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your wisdom, bro? Let me hear something.
My Wednesday wisdom would probably be, something that you already touched on would just be like, just do it. I think for the longest time, this would go out to all you parents with young kids. I think my wife and I have held out on going on vacation just because we were maybe afraid or scared, whatever the fuck you want to call it, of, what the airplane experience would be like. Like, we didn't want our kid to be the one that like ruined everybody else's flight. And here, like, both kids, my 4-year-old, soon to be 5-year-old, and my soon to be 2-year-old, were just awesome on it. Obviously you got to plan ahead. They say that, I didn't know this, but my wife is a researcher like yours. She said that children that age, especially like 2-year-olds, need a new activity every 10 to 15 minutes. So she just planned accordingly, brought lots of treats. And then obviously, if all else fails, you stick a phone or a screen in front of them. They watch a little video, and they're good to go. Obviously one of those things that you got to be concerned about is like, their little ears, right? The pressure, and you got to make sure that they either have the gum or the sucker, and they're sucking on the bottle or the. I know you're not, but that's why those little kids freak out, dude. It's because the parents they don't think about that shit. But it's
no. It's the parents who do think about that shit's why they freak out. Don't fucking think about that shit. If you take a kid on a fucking airplane, you take the kid on the airplane, you don't plug his ears and give him a sucker, give him a lollipop and try to pacify him the whole time. You take him, and if the kid cries, he cries. The flight's going to be over in an hour and a half, 2 hours. Like, you deal.
Well, I mean, whatever it is, dude. I mean,
that's my 2 cents on that.
You're like, deal with it.
Yeah, you just go for it, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
you don't want their little ears hurting either, dude.
Dude, their ears ain't gonna hurt. Did your kids' ears hurt?
My ears have hurt before because I can't get them to pop.
You just said your kids are perfect on the plane.
They were, but that's because we planned ahead, and because the 2-year-old had the passy.
Mm-mm.
The other one was like chewing bubble gum and shit. You just got to plan ahead with kids. And also, I would say I was on a flight where I felt really bad for a dad, because it was him and probably like a 12-month-old and maybe like a 3-year-old. He was doing it all alone. And you could tell like the littlest one was just overly tired. And that's just like a fucking killer. When they're overly tired, overly hungry. The kid was just screaming their head off from the whole time from Minneapolis to Houston. And I mean, people are just like ridiculous, dude. Like, people are just assholes on the plane. Like, it's like, dude, you were a kid once too, and like, what the fuck? Like, you don't have kids, or you don't have any nieces or nephews? Like, that's just how it is. Like, how about some empathy, bro? But the thing is like, I don't know, dude. As well as it went, I would not want to be like the single parent and 2 or 3 kids on a flight. It's just, I don't know.
I've helped out some ladies, crying babies walking through the airport. I did it in Miami.
Did you?
Yeah, there was a lady pulling. She was pushing a stroller, carrying her or pulling her luggage, and the kid walking beside her was screaming and crying. And she was trying to hold her hand, push the stroller, and carry the luggage at the same time. And asked her if I could help her, and pushed her stroller probably, I don't know, 800 yards or so until I got to my stop and asked her if she was okay. Let her hold her daughter for a little while, while we were walking. But
that's awesome, dude.
I've seen them struggle. That's for sure.
Awesome. just give someone a helping hand, dude.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah. So I guess long story short, if I had to sum it up in a sentence, I would say, do more shit, take that trip. You can see your kids bond, like the bond gets stronger and they become closer. Like it's really cool. So I think you need to do it. Like Steve said, whatever. Let the flight be what it is, but make those memories.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say.
That's what I'd say too. Just do it.
Just do it and do it.
If you want to prep for your kids up, that's your prerogative. But don't not do it because you're scared if your kids are going to do this or I remember one time I was going to Chicago to see my college roommate. I was in college, right? I had never been to no big city. So I'm going to Chicago and he's like, "Yeah, man, once you land, just going to hop on the bus." I'm like, "Well, I ain't hopping on no bus my first time in Chicago. I ain't rode a bus in my life in no big city."
Come on.
I was intimidated as shit. I got him to pick me up. But then the next time I had to go and, once I got that, I rode on it with him one time. We went somewhere or something like that and built my confidence up and went and did it. But when I did it, there was nothing to it.
Right.
But I remember the bus went straight by the projects and stuff like that. And I didn't know if it was my stop, so I started asking people on the bus. Everybody's nice as can be,
Yeah.
Helping people out.
Yep. Make your way. Yep. Make your way by, helping people and other people helping you for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was our Wednesday Wisdom trending on Twitter topic. We try to do a trending on Twitter topic every day. And yeah, that's that. So we got that down. We got vacations down. You got a cool story about Twitch the other night.
Yeah. Well, it's just about, we call it what? Twitch gifting. Yeah. And I'm building a piece of content tonight, but I played poker on Twitch and I was streaming last night. And after I got done streaming, I just was winding down, and I was sitting on my computer. So I just started searching other Twitch channels and I came across this kid who was like, will rap for 1,000 follows or something like that. So, and I had clicked probably 15 or 20 accounts until I came across this kid. I was just looking for somebody different, that maybe needed support. So he had like 15 people or so in his chat room. I was like, there's a small streamer. He's got a little bit going on. Let me check him out.
So how did you find him then on Twitch? I mean, what category was he under?
Probably in real life, IRL.
IRL?
Yep.
In IRL real life.
Stands for in real life, yeah.
Holy cow. So that's a new little term that I'm not jiggy with. I didn't know that.
So I get in there and he just right out of the gate, he raps. So he just plays a beat in the background and just starts freestyling to it. I think I kind of caught on at the end, like the people in the chat could throw out words. And as he was doing his like little freestyle rap, if your words came up in chat, he would mix those words into his rap. And I don't know if he was good or bad. I wasn't there to judge him. I was just there for, just bullshit, just watching.
You were just there to take it in.
Yeah. But the kid was having fun, right? And he's the House of Pain. That's the Twitch channel there. But the kid was having fun, man. He had this big infectious smile when he was laughing and stuff. And I mean, when I say a big smile, it just seemed to me like he had just a big old freaking smile on. The kid was genuinely happy. Judging by what I could see, I didn't feel like he, came from a whole lot, and I was just like, I can make this kid, I can try to do what I can do, right?
Make his day.
Yeah.
He's probably like a multi-millionaire, dude.
Yeah, no telling.
He's just catfishing.
I dropped 25 bits, which is 25 cents. So it's these little clovers, and I drop them, and they go onto a screen, and they drop into his cup. And he's like, "Wow, Lopercon, 25 bits. Oh, another 25 bits, Lopercon.
Lopercon dog.
Oh, you're the best, man. You're the best. You didn't have to do that, brother. And he goes on. Next thing you know, I wait like 5 minutes, and I drop him a $5 donation. And he's like, oh man, Lopercon, $5 donation. You know, oh man, you are my boy. What? I can't believe this. Like, you know, you're amazing, man. You're amazing. Smile, you know, ear to ear, freaking smile on this kid.
With his beanie on.
Yeah, with his little beanie on, you know,
yeah,
rapping in between all this stuff going on, just happy, interacting with his folks in chat. And then I hit the follow button, which is free to hit to follow. So when I do that, same kind of reaction. And then I pay for somebody else to get a subscription to his channel. It's $4.99. I pay for a random person on his stream to get a sub to his channel. And it's called a gift sub. So I didn't even get myself a sub to this channel. I just gifted somebody who was watching him and interacting with him because they would have probably appreciate it. And the streamer appreciates it. So it was like, oh my God, a gift sub. Lopercon, what are you doing, man? This is fantastic. This is awesome. Oh my God, it feels so good, man. It feels so good.
Lope dog.
Yeah.
Pay forward on the Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah. And then next thing you know, one of the guys in chat, it catches on. Like, and the whole time I'm like, dude, you seem like a pretty positive dude, man. Enjoy it. You know, just keep it up, man. I like what you're doing. You know, you seem happy. You're smiling big. Good for you. Like, that shit's important. And then before you know it, somebody that saw me doing all this stuff gifted me a sub. So it was like all my good shit that I was doing for this kid, somebody else got contagious, and he gifted it back to me. You know, and then he blows up again for like the 5th time. So like all within like a 20-minute window, this kid like just blew up with excitement and happiness like 5 different times. You know,
yeah.
It's not like it really made a big old impact, but man, he was happy last night. You know,
maybe it did though, dude. The thing is, you don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't have no idea.
I mean, you have no idea if he was like sad and just like putting on like a little bit of a show. And, you know, maybe you don't know. Maybe you changed that guy's career.
You know?
Well, not career, but you know what I mean. The trajectory of his life.
There ain't no telling.
There ain't no telling. Every time you say that, it reminds me of a hip hop song, dude. Ain't no telling.
All right, that's all I always say. There ain't no telling. Ain't no telling.
There ain't no telling. That's cool, dude. Did you have something else to add to that? That's a good feel good down home biscuits and gravy kind of grits story.
No, just I'm gonna be making a piece of content around it just to sort of share it and show it, and I'm gonna do I'm just gonna clip it up and then do a little voiceover on it and share it. You can find it on Facebook if you just search Lopercon. Find it on Twitter, searching Lopercon. That's just my screen name, @Lopercon, whatever you want to call it. But I'll share it all over the place there. And I don't know. That's it. You can sort of see what I'm talking about if you're interested to see this guy smile and, you know, how happy it actually made him, man. It might inspire somebody else to go in there and drop, you know, take $10 in your PayPal account and go to Twitch and just give it to somebody, just freaking brighten their day. Like, I'll burn through $10 at Wendy's the next time I drive by, like, and I don't even need it. So.
Right. That was super cool, dude. Well, yeah. And when you were explaining it to me, I was like, dude, that's super cool. And like, I was down with it. I was feeling the vibe. I was like, that's like a 10 out of 10. But then you showed it to me and I'm like, dude, that's really more like a 12 out of 10. Like it was super cool. And Twitch is totally new to me. So
yeah,
just that in itself, it was really cool.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
There's really nothing else I can say about it, except if you're listening, I would definitely check out Lopercon on Twitch. That's what it is, right? If they were to go on to Twitch.
Yep. It's I mean, if you get to an Irish themed House of Pain page, you have hit the right spot.
So, I mean, for anybody that's listening, mom.
She's a mom.
My mom. They have no idea what the hell Twitch is. And we already kind of talked about Twitch in some previous episodes, so you can rewind, listen to those. But so how does someone find that? So they would go to their little Google, their Googly.
But if they wanted to find what?
If they wanted to find like what we're talking about, they would go to Googly Google.com.
Yeah, you just type in just in any search bar, whether you use Bing or whatever it is, you just type in twitch.tv.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yep, twitch.tv pulls it up, and it's gonna have like a couple of like spotlighted streamers, but then you can just hit the browse button, and it'll pull up all the different categories. And whether you're a gamer, whether you're a cook, whether you're a designer, whether you're an artist, whether you're a in real life fan, and you want to see what people have going on in like Japan, or like, doesn't even matter. Like you can pretty much find it and just go surf around and, find somebody that you can relate to or whatever.
And then in the search bar, they would just type Lopercon, and then
oh yeah, if you want to go to my page, you just go to twitch.tv/Lopercon, and that takes you directly to my page, and hit the follow button.
Hit the follow button, and maybe just like, let's pay it forward on Friday. Like, pay it forward Friday. Like, maybe pay for someone to sub to his channel.
Yeah, and there's tons and tons of channels. Like, I don't know. I got inspired by watching a dude that gets sponsors. He's a 19-year-old kid. They call him Mr. Beast, and he's 19, and he gets sponsors. And I watched a video of him, and he had $30,000, and he went to a streamer's page and was like, "Hey man, I like what you're doing." Dropped 500, right? And the guy's like, he looks at the screen, and he's just like flabbergasted, like he can't believe it. And then it shows the guy, he's laughing and stuff. Oh, I just made this guy's day with 500. Now I'm gonna drop 2,000 on him. It just randomly donates 2,000 with another little message like, "Oh, you're a really good streamer. I appreciate what you're doing." And then next thing, he freaks out over 2,000. Next thing you know, he's like, "We're gonna go 7,000." Types in 7,000, sends it, and it's just, the kid just loses his shit. He gets $30,000 from this guy.
Wait, so this guy who gets the sponsorship money drops 30,000, 30 G's on one person?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, no bullshit.
And when this guy's like dropping this money, does he say like, "Hey, like this is from like, Lopercon in North Carolina, this $1,000? He doesn't say anything like that, does he?
Well, it pops up on the screen.
It does.
It just like shows up on the screen. It's like it says Lopercon donated $5,000, and then if you type in a message, an automated voice comes on and says, "The Savage wants to say thank you for being such a great streamer." And and you get to hear the guy's reaction, all that stuff.
That's super cool, dude. I'm just learning all this stuff, man. Well, hey, I want to respect your time, dude. I know it's 11:40 on the East Coast.
Well, I got something for you, man. While you were look at me again, say something.
What's going on, dude?
I gotta look at your screen here.
What? What's going on? I could tell you were doing something over there. I'm like, he's totally bored with what I'm talking about.
No, I'm having some fun over here.
Are you like, you're drawing a caricature?
Yeah, man.
With like,
I'm not an artist.
With my Jet sweatshirt on.
I'm not an artist, but are you ready to see yourself?
What do you think? You're like Guy Harvey now, or what?
So I drew a portrait of you.
Who is Guy Harvey? No, anyways,
you ready for it?
Yeah.
You guys on the podcast can't see this, but I drew a picture of the Savage, Josh Johnson. I'm no artist. Here, look at me one more time. You gotta say something so I can see it.
Yeah, that's right. I gotta say something, otherwise he can't see me.
All right, let me fill this up a little bit here.
It's gonna be some kind of joke, dude. You got the beard going on?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, I need a haircut, dude. Can we do a podcast about like what my next hairstyle should be?
I don't think so, man. I think that's probably off limits.
Maybe I could do in real life.
Yeah, that's what you could do. All right, you ready to see yourself?
I'm ready.
It's the Savage.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's actually pretty good.
That's what we've got. It's the Savage.
That's pretty good, dude.
That's as good as it gets. It's not very good.
I kind of look like a mix of like Hollywood Hogan and like the Macho Man Randy Savage, dude.
I don't really have to do the nose and the eyes and like those like lines and stuff, but whatever. That's what I was doing. I was paying attention. I was just doodling. I'm a doodler, dude. ADD.
You weren't paying attention, dude.
Oh yeah.
So here's the quiz at the end. No, I'm just
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah. Just messing with you, dude.
You can't stump the chump.
Don't do it. No, don't do it. Well, hey guys, we really appreciate you listening. Sorry, kind of an awkward transition in a couple spots, especially like right now at the end. But
you don't apologize.
I'm trying to be respectful of Big Lope Dog's time.
Lope Dog ain't worried about nothing. It's 11:45, man. Living the dream, baby.
Dude, but you're gonna wake up tomorrow. It's Thirsty Thursday. Although you're not, you won't be.
You know what I'm gonna do after we hang up here? I'm gonna get on my computer and I'm gonna keep working on that piece of content until I get it right.
Are you really?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. This is my time. Right now is my time.
Your
9
time.
p.m. to 2 a.m.
All right, dude.
I'll sleep when I die.
You'll sleep when you die.
That's right.
That's cool, bro. Dude, I can't wait to see that piece of content.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it'll turn out, but I'm definitely gonna post it.
Could be good.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, the thing is, like, everyone's always concerned about, like, follows, likes, like, viral this, or, like, 1,500 views. Dude, the thing is, doesn't matter. It's gonna be fucking, it's cool either way.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you know that. I'm not telling you anything new, but.
And this is, like, spreading positivity. Like, I mean, this is like one totally different type of random act I've done. And to see the kids' reaction to me, you know, I want to save it. I want to refer back to it in the future, you know?
For sure, dude.
And it's inspired me to do it again. Like, next time I'm sitting around, you know, I know how this made me feel when I did this last night. I'll definitely do it again. I will lose. I might spend $10 a month or $20 a month just messing around. You know?
Maybe you'll create a little segment called "Feed My Starving Twitch." Feed my starving Twitch star.
Or it's like, it could be like my Twitch habit, and I go out there and instead of like buying smokes, I'm dumping money on other shit.
I love it. Ric Flair drip go woo on the Twitch.
Yeah, that's what that dude would say. He said something like that.
Right? The Migos. No, it's super cool, dude. Yeah, feed my starving Twitch. What do they call them? They call them streamers, right?
Yeah.
I can never keep it straight because musically they call them musers. On Twitch they call them what? Broadcasters or streamers.
Yeah, streamers. It's because they're streaming live, you know?
Right.
That's all it is. It's an internet stream. Something I got pretty cool going on this weekend for soccer.
Yeah. So can I ask you something real quick?
Yeah.
So you talk about soccer, but like how many times a week is that, like with practice and games and stuff like
Twice.
that?
This is rec. This is like, it's not the creme de la creme athletes. Well, they're only 8. I got a couple of them that can move up leagues and stuff like that. But it's the rec league.
Okay. So practice every Wednesday night?
No, practice Friday nights, game Saturday.
Oh, okay. All right.
I teach them the basics, the fundamentals, not like dribbling and ball control so much. I teach them how to win. You know, I teach them how to cross the ball. I teach them to one time it into the goal, like deflecting the ball, like don't settle the ball and try to dribble around and get all set up. When the ball comes, first touch, shot, pull the trigger, shoot the ball, shoot the ball, shoot the ball. The goalies at this age are not that good. Put it by them. You know, that's what I go after. In defense, you know, get the ball on their side of the field. Keep the ball on their side of the field. Like, it's not rocket science. Clear the ball out to the side, not in the middle. You know, just a lot of that basic stuff.
Like foosball, dude. I mean, you don't want the ball in your end.
I got a sweet foosball table, dude.
Do you really?
I suck at foosball, but
I do too. And technically, I think I cheat because I spin it 360. I don't really mean to, but it's like I'm trying to like slap it. You know what I mean?
It's cheating. You're a cheater.
I am a cheater. I'm a cheater, I guess.
So I wrote a letter to the parents the other day of the soccer team, and just told them that we kicked some butt this season. I love it when a plan comes together. First things first, I talk about signups for next year. I talk about trophies. I bought trophies for the team. I'm going to be delivering those not this weekend, but next weekend. I talk about the tournament. We got a first round bye since we killed everybody this year. And I wrote this little paragraph that says, "Thank you all for your support this season. I'm super happy with the way the season went and the attitudes of the players. Each of them have their own ticks, and I really feel like I've gotten to know each of them on a personal level. I've broken up a few scuffles, talked with a few about bad words, made them run when not listening, and the list goes on. It's all part of being a team. It's real life and real emotions on the field, and I'm happy to get a chance to have an influence and impact on them." See, this stuff's running deep with me right now. Thank you again for sharing them with me. Always know that no matter the situation, I always want the best for each of your kids, whether that comes in the form of discipline or praise. I'm doing my best out there to build their confidence and make them better individuals. And I send that to the parents of the team,
Dude,
it's,
Dude, that's super cool. Hey, can you do me a favor and like publish that on Google? So when I'm a soccer coach someday, I can Google that like best end of season like speeches.
Yeah.
So then I can just like, practice that for a week and like spit it off.
Yeah. The coach gift card value goes up whenever you pull on the heartstrings of the parents,
I love that, dude. No, I say that like people that are probably like just tuning in and don't know me, like I truly feel the same way that you do with the words that you just said, but sometimes I'm just not good at words, bro. So,
it's another one of those things. If you just say what you feel, like Kanye West, man, I'm telling you, I'm not like a Kanye fan or anything, but you need to look him up on Twitter. There's this clip about him talking about your feelings. We are a feeling driven society, or I don't even know what he says, but he talks about just, we don't talk about our feelings a lot. And for some reason he is on this kick about feelings sort of around the same time as I am. And I think it's pretty deep. I think it's got some legs, man. So I'm going to keep going down this path of whatever it is it's taking me to, but
feelings.
Yeah.
So, I mean, then we would have to do a podcast on Friday called Friday Feels. I mean, it would only be right. Maybe Friday Freestyle Feels.
I think we can get away with playing this on here.
Maybe we should even get your buddy from Twitch to be our guest on like our first ever Friday Feels podcast. And we'll freestyle it. We're going to go in with no content. You'll do a little freestyle. I'll do a little freestyle. He'll do a little freestyle, be like, "Yo, what up, Bobby Bones? This is J-Dog from Minnesota, where it snows 22 inches and it's Helicota."
I can put that piece of content with this kid on there. Maybe I can get him to come.
Dude, maybe we should have like a freestyle. And I'll be like Eminem and 8 Mile. I'll be like, "Yeah, what, dude? You gonna knock me because I sound like from Canada? I got mom spaghetti on my Jets sweatshirt already. Fuck Gary V."
See, I think I got some rap skills in me. It's not stealing other rhymes or remembering other rhymes and spitting them out. I just have to do it myself.
Dude, was that?
It wasn't a jab.
Was that a jab, right hook?
No. I'm just saying, like, I've had a rap battle live on Twitch before. No shit.
For real?
Yeah, for real.
Dude, this just got awkward. I don't know what to say to that.
I did. Me and I do these things called drunk streams with my buddy Derek. And we would go over there, we'd drink whiskey, we'd drink beer, and next thing you know, I'd challenge him to a rap battle. Like one of his buddies is a battle rapper.
Dude, I think you just created something. I think you just like created like the next big thing is like drunk rap battles.
That's out there.
It probably, I mean, everything is, right?
Everything is.
Everything that's ever been created is out there.
Let's go ahead and just shut this down, man, because we are just carrying on here and we can carry on offline. Just want to say thank you to all you folks out there that are listening. If you've made it this far, you are really a true fan. Just hop on over to iTunes, go ahead and hit the 5-star button, and leave us a great review. Because if you have made it this far, it's just what you have to do. You're almost obligated. Dude, this is a rant, not a podcast.
This was a rant. This was Steve's soccer rant. I feel like you didn't even end on that, but we are going to end here. I want to thank you guys for listening, and just keep in mind it is a little bit long, but you got to listen to something while you're taking that first morning crap. Which remind me about that. That reminds me of a story in Vegas.
We're not going to talk about that one, man.
No, the pit boss told me something that I thought was like pretty good. You got to listen to something over lunch. You got to listen to something while you're on your way to work. Just break it up in chunks. And right now it might be a little bit hard to digest. It's a little chewy. Maybe it's not the right texture, but it might turn into something, don't you know?
Don't you know?
So thank you for listening.
All right, thank you guys. We're going to call it a night, and we will talk to you guys soon.
Peace out, heavy hitter.